Ooh, I wonder if I'm being properly shielded right now.
From the UV-ness? Like gonna get a crazy tan just on that side of your body. Probably. What drummers have you looked up to over the years, and what have you learned from them?
When I was younger, for sure, Travis Barker, Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater, and Carter Beauford of Dave Matthews Band. Now I would say I like guys like Matt Chamberlain, just guys that keep it pretty simple, really tasty. I have learned many cool fills and chops from the first 3 drummers I listed. And I've learned how to not play those things from the last drummer I spoke of.
How did you get your start playing drums?
My dad was a drummer and just grew up around it. He was touring and doing that thing when I was growing up, and so it's just kind of something I always wanted to do. So one day I just said, "Hey, Dad, I want to play drums." And he said, "Son, you don't want to play drums." I said, "But I really do. I really do. Like, I like it." He said, "Well, never gonna make much money in drums, son." I was like, "Well, okay, whatever." And from about 12 on, I was just self-taught. How do I practice? Most of the time, I will just find a record of a drummer that I really respect, a groove that I really like, maybe a YouTube video of a drummer, and I'll just play along with it. Just, learning a fill here or there, learning a groove that maybe I'm not comfortable with playing beforehand, and then really just trying to lock in and make it feel as good as that drummer did. To keep it simple, and that even though it's really fun to practice, the fastest thing you can possibly do and the hardest thing you can possibly do, most of the time that belongs in your practice room and not out on stage in front of people, unless it's time for a drum solo. That's your moment to just let it all out there. I think I'd probably have to say that I would enjoy playing with Death Cab for Cutie as much as any other artist, because I really love their music, but it doesn't stop there because I really love the grooves that their music is based around. My favorite moment playing music, getting to play music with your best friends. That's probably my favorite thing, because if you don't have that, then it's just the music and it's not about the experience and the fun that you have surrounding the music. So I'd say that's it.
How much do you love One Direction?
My most embarrassing moment on stage, we were playing one of our biggest shows at the time. I think we were in Corpus Christi, Texas. We were out with Disciple and Decipher Down. The way we play, we have our tracks just in our ears. I started the tracks, and I decided that this show was going to be the one show that I really took my showmanship up a notch. So I run out there to the front of the stage, and I'm just hopping around, dancing, clapping my sticks together, trying to get the crowd energized, and they seem to be responding. They're clapping along with me. Everything seems to be going great. I see that my band members are just kind of staring at me like, "What are you doing?" And then I realized that I'm the only one who can hear the music. So I was just dancing in front of about 800 people and clapping my sticks together in silence. That was definitely my most embarrassing moment. Yes, I do play to a click track and make sure that you replicate the exact tempo and the way that the song feels on your record, because sometimes when you play live, you can have the tendency to play things faster than you normally would because you're excited and there's people there watching you and people clapping. So it's just accountability, really. I was pretty fortunate in the fact that my parents were pretty supportive of my playing. My mom actually got so used to me practicing in the middle of the day that she would actually take a nap in the next room while I was practicing. And my neighbors every now and then would tell me they could hear me and sounded good. So I was lucky. So thank you to the folks of Lee Summit, Missouri. My favorite soda, Coca-Cola Classic. I feel like my Chewbacca is definitely better than Jeff's.
No. Not as funny.
It's definitely not as funny. And there are nights that I can't fall asleep because I'm just kept up thinking about Dave Troyer behind the drum set. I think he's like a Samson drummer. I think if you ever cut his hair, he would lose his incredible ability. He's the rhythm warrior.